Hi everyone, this is Anjali and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about directions of research. Now I know maybe there is no mention about directions of research in any other textbook, book, whatever you are referring, because it is so much EPSI related and we have been taught about research like this. Okay, so what happens is that there are four directions of research, and whenever you see any research or you read any research paper, you may found that this research paper is revolving around some of the direction which I am going to see now, and this is all given by Anil sir to me. So there are four directions of research. One is predictor, second one is outcome, third one is prevalence, and then there is intervention. So you see in these four directions make a plus sign, like how we have north, south, east, west. Similarly, you can take that in the north you have let's say prevalence, in south you have prevalent intervention, in east you have let's say prediction, and in west you have your outcome. Now, why and what are these directions? Let's understand. So, for example, let's take any variable. Let's take stress as a variable. So, whenever you will read any paper regarding stress, it will revolve around some of these directions only. So either you are reading about how what are the predictors of stress. So let's take an example. What can predict stress or what can cause stress? So we are using this term prediction over here because maybe the study is not experimental. It is not giving you causation. So what is happening here is that maybe it is a correlational study, maybe it is some other study which is not 100% saying that this is leading to this. That's why it is predicting something. So that's why we are calling it as a predictor. So this may predict that the other thing is going to happen. So here we are saying that what can predict stress, like what can cause stress. So then you can give me 10 different things that this causes stress, and maybe this is the study. Like does unhealthy relationships cause stress, or maybe burnout causes stress. Burnout is very easy for that matter. So anything you take, like taking high sugar in content, does it cause stress? So maybe this is your research question, hypothetically. Another way, let's take on the other end, that is outcomes. So you can also study the outcomes. You already so stress was here an outcome, but you can take stress as a predictor and then find out the outcomes of it. Like I have the variable stress and what all outcomes it can lead. So maybe I'm saying that does stress can lead to unhealthy relationships? Does stress leads to lower productivity at workplace? Does stress leads to lower percentage of grades in dash dash? So you're seeing you are predicting you're predicting outcome. The stress is now your own variable is now predicting something else, right? Does stress predict stomach ache? Does stress predict whatever, hair loss, whatever it is? So these researchers are in that direction. The it could be like the prevalence. Like prevalence is all the numbers, you can say. So do meal have it is a comparative study, but still you can see does male are higher on stress than women, or this age group is higher on stress than others, or all the stats you see 30% people in their middle age are facing stress. Here you are not comparing anything. Here there is no predictor, there is no outcome. You're just stating the stats. Like 90% of the population of USA suffers from stress. So this is just prevalence, that is stress present or not there. That's it. And then there is an intervention thing where you totally see it through an application form, and you are seeing that I have a variable stress. You see that is it a negative or a positive thing. So stress is of course a negative variable. I hope you are understanding, like why is it a negative variable? It is going to hamper the life of others, it's harmful, whatever things. So that's why it's a negative variable. And now this negative variable, I want to reduce the symptoms of stress. right? So if it was a positive variable like happiness, so what my focus would have been, like I want to increase this. So then you are going to develop certain interventions, certain model, certain exercise technique, whatever it may be, to reduce the stress. Okay, so this is how all the studies regarding stress will be. They will be mostly in these four directions only. So that's why we are saying that there are four directions of research, and research happens in four directions. Never forget this. This is going to help you when you are going to write your ROL or your concept under study. So when you are writing your research proposal, and then there is a concept under study, so somewhat you have to put the predictors of your variable or the outcomes of your variable. Maybe you can put some stats, the prevalence of the variable. If you're doing an intervention study, you understand better things, right, like this. And even in your ROL, when you're talking up, when you're so you start writing ROL, maybe in which direction you are doing your research, and then you know that you have to find similar researches and not the other researches. So if my research is on intervention, I won't be stating much about the prevalence thing, okay, or I won't be stating much about the causation and sort of thing. So it gives you more direction. It That's why it says that they are directions of research, so you better understand this, and then the further research concepts and understanding research gets really easy. Thank you.